What's up YouTube, it's JMin09. So I'm coming out today with a deck profile of what I'm going to be testing for the next format until I decide what I'm going to be running. Don't worry, I still have my Fire Fist and I will always keep them, but I'm going to be testing this because it seems like a good deck that might top a lot next format. So it's going to be pretty standard. If you know this deck, you're going to know what's coming. So one lead, gotta have the one lead because lead is lead, and it's a good beat stick. A 3 Megalo. 2, I find I don't draw Megalo at all. I understand that Dragoons is down to 1, and you can't search Megalo very often, but you need him. You kind of need this card, and if you don't have it, then you're going to be mad because you can't get your effects off. 3 Teus. Sad thing is, you open up with lead more than you do Teus, but you do need 3 Teus because Teus is the boss monster. Or actually, lead's the boss monster, Megalo's the boss monster, but Teus is what gets your plays going. 3 Lind, because Lind is Lind, and she's just really freaking good. She goes to the graveyard, and, everything else is good. 3 Pike, because Pike gets the rest of your plays going, because Pike grabs you any level 3 water you need. And you ditch, and even if you can't get his effect to actually search off of him, you get to ditch something, which will normally get you an out, whatever you're behind. And with the 3 Pike, you got the 3 Aqua Spirit, because Aqua Spirit's badass, and makes up a Hamashark play live almost every freaking first turn. Most of the time, I'm opening up a Hamashark Trite, and with that, I can get back the Pike if Trite dies, and I'm gonna go ahead and go into go back to Pike and ditch and bring back something else with the next card. 3 Gunned. I play 2 every once in a while, but then I open up 2 in hand, and I really wish I had that 3rd late game. I do play a card in here that can get me this card back, but I do like the versatility of having 3 because there's a play with 1 card that really comes in handy when I get to my extra deck and the last card in the monsters. The 1 Diva, because Diva's Diva, and if it helps to get 1 OTK play, and also getting out with Armor Kappa. The 1 Dragoons, because you have to play Dragoons and Diva. You really need to. 3 Marksman, because it's gonna be a heavy back row format. So another heavy back row format, and you really want your plays to go through. So being able to drop 2 Pike, 2 Marksman, or something like that, or a Marksman to get rid of one of the back row. Even to get their back row to start going off so that you can push for game. 3 Infantry, because at least when they use when Boojins use Turtle to get rid of your infantry play, you might have another one to pop the Turtle, or at that point you can actually go and steal him, target him with Big Eye, take the Yamato, and say, well, you suck. The 1 of Title, the 1 of Dragon Ruler in the deck, because if you cut this card, you're pretty stupid, because Title is a recurring 2600 beater that gets you into any rank 7 you need, and you play Gaios, you play Dracosac, you play Big Eye. I'm going to be taking out my Master of Blades once I get my Big Eye, but I don't have my Big Eye. But Master of Blades is good for the moment, and it may be good once Bear Tinky Pop comes back into play with 3 Tinkies. The 1 of Gores, because I do not play the trap deck or trap part of this deck, so the Gores is to help save me from OTK plays from my opponent, because there is that time when you open up bad and all you have is a Gores in hand, you just say go and pray that they don't swing in for 8,000 direct. The 1 of Fishborg Archer, yeah, it's just a good card. You normally, if I set up with the title play, if I set up the title play with a Gunned, I'm not going to ditch the Fishborg Archer, but if I set up without a Gunned and I just want to ditch a infantry to pop something with Title, or a Marksman to pop something with Title, I just send the Archer to grave. And if I have nothing on my field, Archer, basically I can ditch a Gunned, which I normally have at least 1 Gunned in hand. I can ditch a Gunned, bring him back, bring back a Pike, go into any rank 7 or level 7 synchro I want, because Archer is badass. And if it's a water monster, it does not die. If it is not a water monster, all water monsters die during your battle phase, when entering your battle phase. That's the monsters. I believe it is 31 monsters. I'll tell you in a second here. That's the monsters going to spells. 3 MST because it's going to be a back row format. Thinking about cutting an MST for something. If I do, it's probably going to be for a salvage or to play a couple more traps. So the 3 MST for the moment. The 1F salvage. Thinking about making 2 salvages, so I probably cut the MST because I have marksman to get rid of back row. So the 1F salvage right now. The 1F foolish burial gets my fishborg archer, gets my archer into the grave, or it gets my title into the grave when I need to start reoccurring and trying to get a 2600 beater and just start swinging over everything. So foolish burial, just to get that dragon roller into the graveyard so that I can keep going off, or get something into the graveyard if I need to get. I can foolish burial my lead if I have a gun to play. Get out the gun, ditch gun, discard gun to bring back a lead. The one of Book of Moon. Nobody plays Book of Moon really, or a lot of people don't play Book of Moon in their Mermails, but I really like this to help stop being from OTK'd. I do also have the Gores, but the Book of Moon stops people from swinging in for big damage, and also it just helps you out a lot. Trust me, it does. And then the one of Dark Hole. So I think it's what 7 spells. So yeah, it was 30 monsters, 7 spells, and 3 traps. Only traps I play, obviously, Abyss Sphere, because Sphere is awesome, and you don't search it. You don't get to search the Sphere search as much with the Megalo, but you normally open at least one. So you open up a Sphere, you set a Sphere, and then after that your plays just start going off. I mean, if you've seen Mermails, they're gonna be back to their, they're not gonna be as good with only 1 Dragoons and 1 title and one diva, but it's still gonna be a good deck. You don't play nearly as many synchros. I play a couple synchros, but I'm probably gonna cut a couple to, I don't know. I just gotta cut a couple to see what I can do with my extra deck, because I need to work that out. But yeah, just the 3 spheres. Alright, extra deck. Let's see what we got. We got 1 Armades because Armades is a beast. Armades, Keeper of Boundaries because Armades is awesome. 1 Catastor because Catastor is still Catastor, and swing over the get Catastor out. Catastor does not target, so it says no Yamato, no. Black Rose for the Pike Fishborg play. Pike Fishborg, you go into Black Rose, and Black Rose says start over. Let's start over. 1 Gungnir because Gungnir is Gungnir, and I can make a Gungnir pretty easy with the Black Rose. I can go Black Rose or Gungnir. Because if I have the Fishborg Archer play, bring back the Pike, go into Gungnir. If I have game, I can go in really strong. I do side Veilers. The only thing in my side deck right now is Veilers and Maxis, because I don't know what's going to be coming up next format. I am going to be siding Vanity's Fiend because you can sack really easy in this deck, or tribute summon. So I am going to have Crimson Blader because I don't know what's going to be coming up next format, and if plants are a thing, I'm going to run over a plant, I'm going to run over something small, and I'm going to kill you next turn with Crimson Blader, because Crimson Blader is awesome. The 1-up Draco Sack, that's it for the synchros. The 1-up Draco Sack because Draco Sack is Draco Sack, and I need a big eye because I need a big eye. But yeah, Draco Sack just because sometimes you need to be defensive, and that the 2200 wall that cannot be destroyed, or a 2600 wall that cannot be destroyed unless you get rid of his tokens is badass. 2 Gaios, because Gaios is awesome. You don't understand how many decks cannot get over Gaios. You negate the effects on the field. You don't let them pop you with Bear, and then you just sit on Gaios and go swing. Nope, can't. Master Blade is probably going to come out because actually I may leave him in. I'm not sure, but he's a good card for not being targeted, but he's got so many other outs. I mean he can be run over most likely. So I don't know. He might stay in. He might leave. I'm just not sure what I'm gonna do with Master Blades. Cowboy, Dweller, Cowboy for game, Dweller for Dweller, Dweller for mirror match, Dweller for plants, Dweller for Dweller for Dweller, just Dweller for awesomeness. Bahamut Shark. for the trite play, obviously. This needs to be another trite. This is another trite. So it's Leviair at the moment, but it needs to be another trite. And then the one of Armored Kappa, because Armored Kappa wins you games when you have Diva Marksman or Diva Heavy Infantry. You go into the Kappa, you detach, pop it, and you're done. So that's my deck profile of Mermails, guys. I'm going to be playing this deck because it is actually a really good deck. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this deck profile. Let me know what you really think about this, because I understand that I don't play Mermails much, but Mermails are pretty good, and they'll be good next format. So I'm just testing this deck out, and I got it pretty cheap. So like, comment, subscribe, and later, guys.